I could have ripped ass so many times, and I thought I would have been muted.
Please don't.
That's my biggest concern.
That's my biggest ripping of the ass. Anyways, guys, how y'all doing? It's the what the fuck are we called? Yeah, the chat time. Double Toes Pre-Show. There we go. That's what. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that might be a little bit racist against my own people because I did the rolling at the tongue. But anyway,
not racist unless you do it.
Exactly. Wait, no.
I thought I almost got you in that wordplay, bro. I thought I almost caught you, motherfucker. He was like, yeah, exactly. Aw, sneaky.
Taking advantage of me, not getting no goddamn sleep. I do got some coffee, though. I'm going to go and slurp this to discuss all of you.
Sound like you just
louder.
I can't do any louder than that. That shit fucking, like, my teeth are all cold now and shit. It's a whole thing.
Wait, cold? You drink cold coffee?
The coffee's been here the whole time. I forgot about my coffee.
Y'all not know about iced coffee?
That's true. Frappes. Yeah. Even though those I think they do something different. Like I don't think they're just cold coffee. Like don't they do something extra with that shit?
Yeah, I mean they like sometimes have milk in it or cream or almond milk or soy milk or whatever the heck type of milk.
Yeah. I want to ask you this really quick though too, like to all, and I'm gonna say this to all the girls because I know Ganja don't give a fuck about no Starbucks, and maybe I'm being stereotypical saying that, but
hey, I get the basic caramel frap. That's what I want.
Oh really? Okay, I didn't even think you were gonna have an answer.
No. Like that's basic though. Like they're probably gonna have way better answers than me.
Mm-hmm. No, but here's the biggest thing though. I want to ask y'all, and I'll start off with Roxy first, and then Jed, then Allie. But firstly, I want to bring up when you go to Starbucks or any kind of coffee place, whatever, and they're doing their whole setup, do you ever get a little turned off when they're using some basic ass store brand milk?
I don't really mind it.
You don't really mind it? Okay, me, I do. Because I'm just like, if you're using the same shit that I basically use in my own fucking house, why the fuck am I spending $8 here to get your shit that concoction's easy as fuck to imitate? You know what I mean? But Jed, I'm gonna ask you, do you ever feel that way?
No.
Well, god damn it! What, Allie? Are you picky? Someone needs to be picky with me.
I mean, milk is milk. Does it matter what brand it is?
Yeah, Shamrock Farms is completely different.
I mean, like, what? I don't even know what that brand is, but I mean, like, you pay for their coffee or like their whatever flavoring that they put in it. It's not you're not paying because they have a certain milk. Like, do you expect a Starbucks to have like a farm?
No, see, thank you,
Starbucks
Mauricio.
Branded cows.
No, Mauricio, thank you. I love Mauricio. Sometimes it comes in and he's like, I agree with Nick. No, because he says Starbucks uses their own milk. Exactly, but sometimes they have the store brand shit. Now, at the very least, this is the least I'm accepting, is that kind of milk right there. The fucking Shamrock Farms milk. I heard Ganja or somebody go, who? When I said Shamrock Farms. It was you. How dare you say who to Shamrock Farms?
I've never heard of no Shamrock Farms. The only thing that's involving shamrocks that I know of is a Shamrock Shake.
The same thing. I was like, so wait, they got a gallon of Shamrock Shake and they're selling as milk?
Yeah. I mean, shit. They're pretty much made from the same shit. Because, like, I feel like there's, like, a wateriness to, like, regular-ass milk from the store and everything, too. Someone said, me too, preach. Eddie, oh, gross. He says he likes the mint dark chocolate mochas as sheets. Dude, thank you very much for the bits. I really appreciate it. I'm going to use that for some fucking some store brand milk. Mint anything is fucking disgusting in my opinion. Do you agree, Mr. Ganja Guru?
I like mint in certain things, but honestly, the vast majority of the time, I feel like it's a concoction that's made by people that like. All right, the best way to put it is if you like brushing your teeth and then eating like a piece of chocolate, mint chocolate is for you.
Yeah, and by the way, if you are that kind of person, people need to be looking at you, seeing what other weird shit you fucking do.
Because isn't the same people that will possibly also drink orange juice after they brush their teeth? Like that's
I was just about to bring that up. I love it.
Yeah,
you are destroying your teeth, by the way.
No, actually, I think it helps. I think it helps because I do that too.
No, it doesn't. What you did is remove
because of the acid.
The protective film off your teeth when you brush your teeth. And if you consume something that's acidic right afterwards, you essentially got any like protective film your saliva or just like buildup of plaque provides to the teeth enamel. So the citrus and like the acids just get right into your enamel and it could fuck up your teeth worse than if you didn't just brush your teeth.
Well, I don't like drink orange juice right after I brush my teeth. Like I take some time to like do my makeup if I have work to do or whatever. And then I'll have like my breakfast.
If you taste the combination of toothpaste and orange juice, you did it too early.
I do taste a little bit of mint. Like it is still like
you did it too early.
I don't care, man. It tastes great.
See, I don't even think it tastes great, but the thing that I like about it is that okay, like, and I have a
I
fat
feel
boy
clean.
reason. Well, I have a fat boy reason. The reason why I
Okay.
do it is because I want to eat and I can't after the minty taste in the toothpaste. So what I do is I drink orange juice because it takes that minty shit away, and then I can eat whatever the fuck I want.
I'm killing my teeth for the taste.
Yeah, well, I'm just so fucking hungry. I'm just like, dude, I want to go munch, and like this shit needs to get out of my mouth so I can enjoy the garbage I'm about to put in my fucking mouth. So, oh, please don't do that, Ryan. You call me Thick Nick. I do not want that to catch on.
Thick old chunky Nick.
Yeah, my name rhymes with too much shit. But Roxy, mint chocolate shit. Are you into it? Are you crazy?
Mint chocolate stuff?
Yeah, like chocolate
Yeah.
bars.
I like it. Like, I like the little mints that you get, like, at Olive Garden.
Oh God, what is wrong with you, Jed? How about
And
you?
the same thing with that thing that Eddie mentioned, the thing from Starbucks that they had for a while that tasted like a Thin Mint. That thing was good. But I can't have anything bigger than a grande. I literally have to get, like, the smallest size. It's too much sugar for me.
I can understand that. I don't like the big version of anything. I just do it just because I'm like, look, I'm spending so much money anyways. I just want this beer. I never usually finish it. But Jet, I don't even know why I'm asking you because you're just fucking nuts. I'm very, very sure that you like mint chocolate things.
Actually, when I was younger, I actually really hated anything mint.
Uh-huh.
Like gum was an exception, although I hated the minty flavor of the gum. I didn't want my breath to stink, so I'd pop one in my mouth
All right,
after brushing my teeth.
All right, so I don't like minty shit either, but I like gum, like minty gum.
Oh well,
Do you
yeah, it goes up saying.
Do you think that's because it's a separation for us? Like we're not eating food, like we can separate gum from like regular food, so it doesn't bother us too much.
I mean, I don't know. Like for me, basically, I hated mint everything. I hated mint gum too.
Oh, never mind. Then I'm out. Because I like mint gum, but like when it's in my food, it's oh no, I can't do that.
But actually, like later, my taste buds changed because before I wasn't even able to like have a Shamrock Shake, and I got one like 2 years ago. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. This is actually delicious.
Yeah.
You should try a McRib.
No.
Wait, McRib. I'm trying to wonder too. Like,
I got addicted to those bad boys for a little bit. I'm glad they're seasonal because I couldn't. Man, I die.
wait, they're seasonal? Why?
Well, because motherfuckers like me would buy fucking 5 boxes in a week.
Damn. So like they do this just to help y'all out to be like, no, we can't have
All
y'all
right, to be
die.
honest with you, man. All right, I don't know why the McRib is good. It's not even that good. It's just so basic of an enjoyable sandwich that you like. It's hard for them to fuck up a McRib because it's so fake. It's like a chicken sandwich where they put the best like white meat in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, I bit into like the best parts of the rib without having to worry about bone chunks or like bite into shit. But I don't even know if that's real meat.
You probably use
No,
No,
probably not.
Yeah, I would put fucking money down on the fact that it's not.
Because I ain't never tasted a rib that tastes like the McRib.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put this out there because this is coming from a person who doesn't eat meat and doesn't eat burgers and shit. But like, I've always wondered what's up with people saying like it's not real meat. Did you guys ever think that this shit ever was real? Like, look how much shit you do eat. That's like or drink too, like juice, not actually being like orange juice. There's so much sugar, so much shit put into it. It's barely
Hey,
orange
fuck
juice.
you. And also, Ultimate Slayer, thank you for the biddies. But like, I'll get back to my point. Fuck you. All right. The thing is, with the juices, all right, I like my juices concentrated because I'm trying to learn. I drank that juice in school. It helped me get my intelligence up. You need juice concentrated.
You're what?
Concentrated juice?
No, you try to say intelligence, right?
Yeah. Increases.
I heard
your
antithesis.
Yeah.
The fuck is a
I was
synthesis?
wondering too. I was like, is he saying insensitives? Like,
intelligence to learn higher
I
education
thought
and
you
shit.
said keep your toes up.
yeah, that's another thing too. Is like, damn, like, are you getting that into your drink? Like, just put your fucking
Yes to all of the above, motherfuckers.
Jabril Bailey, hey there, how you doing, man? I guess you're from the Double Toasted area. I don't know, but yeah, they're gonna be starting soon. So after we start, you can go to twitch.tv/Double Toasted. You can go hang out with them. But yeah, we're talking about the McRib and how fake this fucking meat is, but also like with the juices too. I just feel like there's so many things that are fake that people kind of lose their shit
Who was
over.
worried about the McRib not coming back?
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. I mean, this is from Kansas pork something, so I'm just like, I guess people in Kansas are like, we want our fucking McRib, damn it. But that's so weird that things like that are seasonal. It just doesn't make sense for a company to pull shit like that. You know what I mean? But maybe it's just hard to make.
You're also about the company that tried to get into the pizza game. That's like notorious for making burgers. So these are probably the last ones we should criticize them trying to get into
I
market.
mean, it's in other parts of the world, just not in the States. Like, they got mixed spaghetti or whatever the fuck in other parts of the world.
I'm looking at this pizza, by the way, too. This looks
the
fucking
French
delicious.
McDonald's was weird
I can't believe I never heard of this.
because they had the French McDonald's had a croissant chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I kind of want to try it just because like it's a French specialty and shit like that. That's only available in Paris. But like, what if that's like the shitty version of whatever you can get there? Yeah, and I have it, and I just hate it. And like, I go to a restaurant, I'm like, oh, that's a French chicken sandwich. Fuck that, never eating that again.
The McLobster's real thing. I didn't know that about Ryan.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah, Georgia Cat's over here too. Any of you guys in the chat, make sure to be a part of the conversation. Tell us what you feel about some of these things. But yeah, the pizza. I'm gonna ask Allie really quick. Allie, looking at this pizza, do you have any, I guess, preconceived notions as to why this didn't continue on?
Because McDonald's and pizza don't mix.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna fight you on that. And by the way, I know I've like defended McDonald's all the fucking time. I love McDonald's. I'm sorry, but like the fucking food's delicious in my opinion. But the reason why this didn't work out is because the idea that, look, all that sauce, all that cheese, and how well that bread looks, it's too expensive to do something like that. Oh, well, I heard some noise. What was that noise? Oh my god, I'm gonna go back and see Julie, Mr. Hendinger, Jesus, rating us with the party of 4. Thank you very much. He's saying no dog pooping rain. I don't know what that means.
Little Pokemon.
Oh yeah, they are Pokemon. I didn't notice that at first. But yeah, the thing is, these pizzas, there's a reason why there isn't drive-thru pizza. You have to imagine that there's so many pizzas that are being cooked that people are not buying them and they're going bad. All the ingredients.
So is this the part where I break it to Nick that they have like drive-thru Pizza Hut?
Well, they have places like Simply Sliceless where you go over there, you just hang out like by the window, and they straight up just cook you a slice of pizza like right then and there.
Yeah, it's kind of different. Like McDonald's, yeah, I could see why that wouldn't work also, because it's like pizza does take more time to make. So it's like, yeah, it's not really something that you can go through a drive-through and like literally when you get to the point of ordering to the window, it's going to be ready. Like you're definitely going to have to wait.
Yeah, and then like the physical act of
who says McDonald's is overpriced, bro? Do you want real meat or are you trying to get?
Yeah, I don't think it's overpriced.
Because after a certain point of the price, you're not eating real human consumption meat anymore.
Well, yeah, well, like, okay, so like the hot and readies, here's the thing, I can actually tell that shit is fucking, that shit has just been sitting there for a while. There's a big difference. So yeah, I mean, I know that Little Caesars has that, but they're garbage, man.
All right, so I think I watched this with you, babe. Me and Roxy, we like to watch a lot of documentaries about like different companies and what they do and stuff like that, and like how they grow. And we were watching one about the pizza series for McDonald's, and basically the way they broke it down to why it was hard for McDonald's to continue the pizza stuff is a lot of their kitchen stuff was pushed towards like burgers and stuff like that, whereas pizza requires a certain type of different assembly line in order to actually make it viable for either pickup or delivery. So what they were doing essentially was trying to make the pizzas under a hot lamp and increasing their shelf time, but what that just did is just made the cheesies more rubbery and less people like to buy them. So it was just the problem. They didn't have, like, they were just trying to do shit they're not built to do.
Yeah, because I just think that there is a lot of things, like if you want your pizza to be competitive.
First of all, you need an oven. Most McDonald's have a grill, except maybe make a miniature oven for the breakfast stuff. Very few of them could have actual convection ovens in it because none of the McDonald's stuff require ovens.
It's just grills and microwaves. Like,
yeah.
I actually found this out recently. There's a dude on TikTok who works at a McDonald's, and he shows you how to prepare every single item on the menu. And I was disgusted by what I saw.
No, it's fucking.
Oh no,
the unnecessary salt on things is what blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? Picture this. Like y'all have cabinets, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
picture like a certain like little cabinet shelf space, whatever. You pull it out, and there's just sausage patties in there.
Yeah.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah, I can imagine, dude. So yeah, rubber cheese. No. I'm just thinking of like all the fucking gross things I've seen too. I mean, I've seen like because McDonald's is bad, but have you seen like the places that are independently fucking owned, and you'll see like they leave the potatoes right next to the garbage can, and there's like fleas and fruit flies jumping on your shit and everything. Like, I'm telling you, dude, like I don't trust fucking anybody.
There's a lot of Subways like that, since a lot of Subway chains are independently owned.
Yeah, because they're selling to franchises, and like they don't really require you to have all this particular experience to own a franchise. They just want you to be like, listen, do you have enough money to build this fucking place and get on the real estate? Then boom, we're done.
Subway was the fucking notorious one guilty of that shit.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if Starbucks is like that, by the way. Because, like, I mean, earlier we were talking about the idea of, like, you know, like the reason why this conversation, by the way, started, everybody, for context, is I was complaining about, you know, store brand cheap ass milk being used for Starbucks coffee. And I'm
So
thinking,
you
like,
must piss off every McDonald's employee. I'll give all my McDonald's without salt. They just might look at this shit like, did we just give them a patty?
well, no, I literally, what the fuck, legitimately, Jesus Christ.
You learn how to speak that Ganjanese. I respect that.
No, but I straight up say, like, yeah, no salt and well done every single time. And like, they even have a setting. Apparently, they have people say it because if you look in their little menu thingy, they type the order in there, and it's like, well done French fries, no salt. Like it's they don't type it in. Like it's in there already. It's pre-programmed. Right. So. Yeah, like, I don't feel that bad. Fuck you for making me feel guilty for asking for no salt on my goddamn fries.
I'll make you feel guilty, Mr. 1 ounce of cheese, specifically.
Yeah, they get to keep more cheese. They get to
like
keep more cheese.
Like you ordering a bag of weed and shit. I kind
of agree with him on that, though, because I really don't like cheese like that.
Yeah, like, legit. And then, like, the thing is, too, is, like, we're eating as a group, right? I would have just dealt with the cheese if I was by myself. But I'm not going to sit there with you and Alan, who want to make jokes over fucking every goddamn thing. Like, I'm going to just have cheese falling over my face and my beard and shit, and you're going to be like, oh, look at fat fuck Nick over here just gobbling this shit. No! Damn you.
All right, I ain't gonna lie, though. If I saw, like, a little bob of cheese come down your side of your mouth and hit your beard, I'll clown you for, like, a second. Be like, oh, cheese boy!
Yeah, and then you get the same exact thing, and then we'd start clowning you, and then the table would be quiet.
You know, it's pretty funny that the two fat boys at the table would have all the cheese on us. Marissa and Nick, do y'all make fun of each other for eating like pigs? I don't actually do, though. With popcorn,
Alan used to make fun of me for, like, eating very small.
Yeah, and then plus you're perched up on a thing like a fucking bird or a cat or something.
Yeah, Jay, you just don't you're not at a table sitting down to a normal meal, just like cutting them into little bits. You're perched like fucking Batman.
At least she can close her mouth when she's chewing.
That's because I gotta breathe, babe. My nose don't work.
Yeah,
the food's not good over me dying of fucking lack of oxygen, mama.
I take my time eating, thank you.
And in China, that'd be a sign of respect, and they would love me for it.
As Gary said in the chat, by the way, the weirdest thing about any of our eating habits is that Alan fucks birds. So that's true.
Thank you.
Like before or after eating?
Just during it, just like fucking just
spaghetti in one hand, dick in the other.
Yeah, he fucks birds with a handkerchief on.
We do make fun of each other eating, but it's not like that, like prison, like schoolyard way where like you're trying to start shit with each other. It's just sometimes shit sounds funny. Like I know when I leave my mic on, like Nick says, it sounds like I'm sucking on a dick the way I just.
Yeah, just like. It's like, damn, like, I started blushing.
It's like an anime girl, Nani?
But yeah, man, no, anyways, I don't even know what the fuck, like, I don't even know how to end this whole thing, because it's not a segment, we're just shooting the shit, but yeah, dude, like.
You want to talk about Animal Crossing and, like, the sound of slurping meat in that game?
Absolutely. Well, there's no slurping meat in that game. There is absolutely none.
Depending on how that fucking creator's thing is going, like I don't know what the fuck it's called officially in the game, but y'all have made some wild shit in Animal Crossing. I think Nintendo will not let y'all get away with.
I found out how you make a strip club in Animal Crossing, and that's my next goal.
Well, yeah, somebody was doing. They made a Felix actually was sharing somebody's fucking post about someone making a wrestling thing in there, which is cool. But no, the big news about this, there's a couple of topics we have, but Nintendo apparently has promised that continuous updates are going to be happening for Animal Crossing New Horizons moving forward. Now, more so than this, because, like, I'm going to ask straight up Jet, because I think she's the only person who really, really has been with the series for a long time. Aside from cosmetics and just having more clothing and whatnot, is there anything that they can add that's not just that, to this game at all? Or because I don't know what to expect.
That's the thing, I'm not really sure. Like, without it basically just becoming, like, straight up the fucking Sims. Like, I'm actually glad they don't have villager dating in here, because I wouldn't be able to handle that.
Yeah. It'll keep you busy as fuck, but I guess the game doesn't really want you to spend that much time doing this. Like, they don't let you get lost in it. You know what I mean?
The Animal Crossing is weird. I never seen a game that's built on kicking as much time possible, but that also wants you to go to sleep and experience the real world.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm looking at this and like things that I want as a non-Animal Crossing follower is like I would like to have more fruits. Sorry, that just sounds stupid. I want more.
Yeah, I know you want fruits all over your island, huh?
But more harvesting. Like, why can't there be a thing where like we can harvest? Right
like
now we only have 4 options.
So basically, you want like a cooking or something?
Yeah. I mean, more cooking or like wheat. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought he was asking for an island of Josh Grittman's, just like Fire Island, the DLC.
I mean, I guess they could do that, but it's just like there's not really too much you can do now without it becoming basically The Sims. Because a lot of the things that people ask for, it's basically like romance and like other shit, and just like.
Why do you want to hook up with animals? Because as far as I'm concerned, like the player characters
You
only
can marry them.
Yeah, it's not fucking. It's just it's just.
Not for real. You can marry them in Animal
Yeah.
Crossing.
Yeah, that's kind of no. That's
But aren't
nice.
you marrying like other animals with other animals? Like it's not you as the human mayor character, like falling in love with Isabel.
There are some characters in Animal Crossing that are already married, like the 2 llamas that were in the last game. And basically, I guess you can have a photo shoot with them, so you can do like a cute little like marriage ceremony thing.
Oh,
Fucking Kirk. Apparently, I made a weird sound, and I don't know what it is. I can't listen to it right now during the show, but if it makes me look stupid, fuck you, Kirk. You son of a bitch. But yeah, no, like, and not just married stuff, but it's like I remember in the game, the Pocket Camp game, which by the way, Roxy, Allie, y'all should get the Pocket Camp game. It's fucking fun as shit.
I already have it.
Oh, okay. So you probably noticed, like, when you talk to certain people, make friends with them, you had to have different options as far as talking and socializing, and then you can do stuff just for them. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just not far enough in the game, but that has not happened for me so far in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I'm like, why can't we have that thing from Pocket Camp?
Wait, which thing from Pocket Camp?
Just like when you talk to people and you get to have a bunch of options, like to talk to them, as well as they'll want something from you, like, hey, I wish I had an apple, and you can go get it.
Oh yeah, you haven't got that yet. Basically, sometimes they'll have a little think bubble, and they'll want you to do something for them. Like sometimes they'll turn into like a treasure hunt game, or like they'll go fetch something and like give it back to them for a prize. They still got that.
Oh, okay. Well then, shit. My ass is stupid. Have you got that far yet, Roxy? Were you seeing what she's talking about?
Okay, what was the part? It cut out a little bit for me.
Oh no, like basically like just you being able to help people and find items from and shit, kind of like a treasure hunt type thing. Like have you gotten that far yet in the game to experience
The
that?
most I've done, well, not quite. The most I've done is just like say when someone drops a journal and I have to return it to somebody. That's the furthest I've gone. And one of my villagers ended up I kicked them out, honestly.
Oh wait, what? Wait, why'd you have to kick a villager out?
Because he was complaining that there wasn't anything to do, even though I put a fucking basketball hoop and a bunch of other activities right outside his fucking house. He's like, yeah, I'm getting bored here on this island. Nope, get the fuck out. You ugly. Leave my fucking island.
Yeah, no, I haven't gotten to that situation yet at all. I mean, one person, I was actually playing a game earlier today, and it's like, I'm gonna leave, and I had to beg them to stay. I'm like, why am I begging motherfuckers to stay? But I guess I'm at that point now.
If it's a cute villager, I'll beg them to stay. But the ugly ones, the second they got that thought bubble, and they're just like, yeah, I want to go. You can get out.
Really quick, I'm actually going to try something new really quick, people. So, as you guys can see, Double Toasted actually is on right now. So, I'm going to actually stop the Twitch stream, but we're going to continue on YouTube and Facebook. So, if you guys want to be part of the show still and hang out with us, you guys can. So, go enjoy your Coleman, and we will see you later on. Peace.
Get that fucking Coleman in your face.
So, now
No,
that's
thank
over.
you.
So, we're doing our thing. But anyways, yeah, so as I was saying, though, I don't know what I would really want to be added into, into Animal Crossing, but the big news here is they are apparently making a shit ton of money. I guess now it's officially the fastest selling game on Nintendo Switch. Is this a shock to anybody at all? Jed, I'll start off with you. Are you shocked by this?
No.
Do you think that the reason why this might be happening too is because Doom Eternal within a week had so much shit, people talking about it, and then Ori and the Will of the Wisp is already free, so this kind of had not a lot of competition? Do you think that might be it?
First of all, the thing is, when the second Animal Crossing came out, like that was gonna be the thing that basically dominated everything because people love Animal Crossing. It didn't matter if Doom came out on the same day or basically like Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Like,
If anything, people love Animal Crossing so much they fucking hijacked the Doom release and just made it a fucking double release.
exactly. Like nothing was gonna get in Animal Crossing's way, especially like waiting 6 years for the next installment. Like, I'm sorry, that was gonna sell out fast, especially like. Right now, during the pandemic, most people are spending their time playing Animal Crossing too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's done. It's over with.
Yeah.
They lost. Doom lost.
Doom lost so bad. Like, and I'm not even saying that as a person who doesn't like the game. And by the way, that is the case. I do not like that fucking game. But even Ori and the Will of the Wisp, that game is so much fun. I had a fucking blast. I was only playing that for like 30 minutes. But that being part of Game Pass, it's like, yeah, dude, I don't understand why. It's shocking to me that they would allow such a new release to be on a platform basically for free. It's fucking insane. And you look at Nintendo Switch and they're like, no, we know what people want. It's $60 and you will pay that shit and be happy about it. I don't know, man. Nintendo Switch is coming around like just kind of putting their balls in everybody's face, man. Like, this is kind of fucking insane. At this point too, like, Roxy, you're new to playing the Switch. Was this kind of worth it? Like, how you feel about Animal Crossing in general at this point?
Oh, I love Animal Crossing. It's a blast for me. It's been stressful, but it's been so much fun. Like, you find yourself just spending a couple hours on it, and then you want to continue. Like, oh my God, the next day, like, finally I can sell more things, get more money, like, start making more, like, additions to my house. I'm happy for it. It keeps me going.
Now, to continue on this discussion about selling and things doing well or not so well on fucking Nintendo Switch, I'm looking at this list over here, the top 10 games that are sold the most or whatever the case may be. I am so shocked at this motherfucker right here, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, $24.77 million, I believe it made. I could be wrong. Maybe it's copies. I don't know. I'm fucking stupid sometimes. But yeah, Mario Kart 8, like, with all the games that you can play now and Mario parties and then, like, just like the simulators and whatnot, is this shocking to you at all either, Jet?
Not really, because Mario Kart basically is a great party game too. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, so is Super Smash Bros., but the thing is, not everyone's into fighting games. Well, I'm pretty sure basically almost everyone likes a good racing game every now and then.
No, it's a good game for parents to play with their kids. They want. It's easy to learn racing games. Just hold A and go left or right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But the thing that's crazy is, like, I don't feel like Mario Kart games have a big update with the releases. Like, each release kind of looks a little bit different, a little bit better than the one before. But I don't know. I always expect more of it. It's like, oh, the new Mario Kart, man. What's gonna be there? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that. All right. You know, like, another big thing I want to bring up too, and this is actually a combined amount of analytics here. Pokemon Sword and Shield together 17.37. I think that's kind of bad. Like, for me, for two games, and by the way too, like, this is a new generation of consoles, so I would imagine people would have been like, fucking buy it, I don't give a fuck how bad it is, whatever. But nah, just 17.37 million. Do you think that that's indicative of the quality of the game at all, Jet, or do you feel like there's some other reason why it didn't do as well as some of these other games?
Well, I mean, it did have a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but hardcore Pokemon fans are always going to get the game. I think it also may have to do with the fact not everyone still has a Switch yet.
Yeah, especially right now. I know Alec, before we were talking, I was talking about Animal Crossing. She's like, I want to get it, but I can't fucking find one. You know, so that's the whole thing that's going on right now too. But yeah, hopefully, you know, Switches become available during this whole pandemic thing and everyone can get their game on. Especially with Switch, there's so many games on there and they're not going to go down in price, so it's like, why wait? Just buy the shit. I have a feeling, to be honest, that Nintendo Switch is going to be around for longer than the PS2 was. Like, I can't see a Switch 2 or the next Nintendo console till like 2027 or something. But I don't know.
A lot of that, like, you also got the Switch that's getting like access to like a lot of independent, like, indie kind of releases. Like, you have the Tonight We Riot game, which is essentially like a scroller that's like very political and left wing. Mm-hmm. And then you have another, like, the Jay and Silent Bob game that just came out recently, which is another similar brawler. So I'm wondering, like, if now, because Nintendo got so many complaints on the fact that they weren't opening up the last console to, like, independent developers or small-time developers to get their games on there, that they heard the complaints are now trying to adopt a more controlled Steam model, I guess is a way to put it. Because there's some games that got on the Switch that are indie released that I didn't think was going to get there. Like Jay and Silent Bob is not for kids. Neither is Tonight We Riot.
Yeah, Tonight We Riot, I was going to say, I was like, but the political nature of it and everything too. Are you surprised that Switch is allowing something like this?
I am, actually.
Yeah, same. Because I've been excited for these two games for a while now.
Yeah, because I saw some gameplay of the Jay and Silent Bob game, and that game, I saw 8 minutes of gameplay from IGN. The music on that game is fucking great, man. Let me see. I'm going to look this up really quick.
It reminds me of those old Sega beat-em-ups.
Yeah, it does. I mean, granted, it's very much like River City Ransom. Basically, it's a game just like this on Nintendo, the regular Nintendo. Mm-hmm. But like this, I can imagine they're probably having you use all the fucking buttons available on your particular controller. The music's cool, and I don't know, man. Like, I think it's a pretty cool thing for people to play. But at the same time, I know these can't be making a shit ton of money, so why would Switch risk pissing off their audience? Because at the same time, you know, parents are not like, hey kid, like, go buy the kid-friendly Switch. Oh my god, Hatred's on here, Rape Day, whatever the fuck.
No, right?
Yeah, cause I don't know if Rape Day's on there, but Hater is. I know, or what was that game called?
Hatred, yeah,
Hater. But Hatred's a game where you just walk around and the whole thing is just you kill people, like you kill innocent people. That's all it is.
You become a low gunman. Pretty much is the premise of this game.
Yeah. Needless to say, your character's white. But but yeah, man. So I'm just kind of shocked that Switch is even doing that, and maybe it's kind of proving a point for lots of the other mature gamers are just like, hey, like this is not for fucking kids. Can you please give something for all of us to play? And no, we're not going to be crazy about no kid, you can't play that. It's like,
all right, since we're talking about like the effect children have like when it comes to medias and shit, I think back when I was in school and like they were teaching us like trying to educate us on what school shooters were and like the whole aspect of that shit. I think they did more to educate like future school shooters than they did to actually prevent any future ones. Because I remember like sitting down and watching a video, and the only reason I bring this up is because like a lot of these '90s like shows and stuff, they have like the characters with the huge trench coats and shit. Mm-hmm. And they're like that's when the trench coats mafia was a thing, like for like the next 10 years, and I was in school during that. And not in the 90s, but like the aftermath of that, when that became the standard of like every school shooter was the trench coat. This is the corner death metal kid. So when we were sitting down, they were showing us a video, and the kid had walked in with a trench coat, and he's just chilling and stuff. And the teacher asked, "Oh, do you know anything suspicious here?" I'm like, "No, I'm a fucking kid with a trench coat. I don't give a fuck." And then the kid begins to pull out like a 12-gauge shotgun from his side, like 2 pistols in his waistband, like a small pistol from his fucking ankle, a fucking hunter blade from his side. And then I guess he had made like 2 like fake trench coat pockets and had pulled out like a shitload of ammo.
Jesus Christ!
All right, what the message was supposed to scare me into realizing that I have to be aware of my surroundings. What it just told me, if I need to do some dirty work, a trench coat is a good place to hold a lot of weaponry that you wouldn't suspect someone pulling out.
There was another video that came out like that too, where it was a video basically talking about why they should put metal detectors in school. And they had this white kid put on a fat pair of Janko jeans, and he was pulling out like 2 shotguns and like a fucking assault rifle, an elephant rifle, like his mama, like all these things just from his big ass Janko jean pants.
And his mama had a switchblade.
Pretty much. She was strapped with a gat.
Yeah,
no, Mauricio said Boondock Stinks. Nah, it was worse than Boondock Stinks with the fucking
yeah, they said Boondock Stinks, by the way. I was like, fuck yeah, bro.
Because they're going about it like how they did with the DARE program. The DARE program didn't do shit. It encouraged kids more than anything to try drugs and to experiment.
You know what it taught me with alcohol?
You
know what it taught me with alcohol? It told me that I could save my money on alcohol if I drank it on an empty stomach. Because it'll fuck me up faster.
Not only that, but I don't know about y'all, but for us, they told us and talked about, they try to use a scare tactic too much where they talked about the different ways that people could get drunk. I just saw kids writing down and trying them out later, like putting tampons in vodka and then putting them up their asshole and up their coochie to get drunk faster because it doesn't go through the whole metabolizing process as to if you were to drink it. Mm-hmm. And a bunch of examples like that. And next thing you know, little Timmy's in the fucking ER with fucking 17 tampons in his ass.
Asshole singed from vodka.
Y'all are just giving them ideas. Y'all are literally telling them, hey, you know this thing? You can completely do it with a bunch of stuff at home. But you shouldn't, because it's bad.
Gotcha, if you too want to shoot up your school, Jankos and a trench coat.
Yeah, basically.
Timmy, no!
But yeah, really quick. So we're gonna get out of here and whatnot. But there's a particular thing that I saw, and we don't really have a whole lot of stuff here to kind of show. But there's a bigger topic at hand while I bring this up. Roxy, you brought this to my attention earlier about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Apparently, there's a reveal, and I could see good old boy Leatherface right here on the left. Obviously, it's not like official, by the way, because I think that some dude just kind of like did some Photoshop work there or whatever. But I had to ask this question. Why the fuck is there so many Leatherface remakes?
I have no idea, but apparently with this new Leatherface that's coming out, they're going to do the Halloween approach where dude's going to be 60. Like, they go and break down into full detail as to what this dude's going to look like. Like, he's going to be big and bulky, muscular, but still got a gut. Mm-hmm. And just going into details about, I think one of the details that I heard was that he squeals like a pig.
Which
and he grunts whenever he walks. So like, whatever the fuck. I practiced a lot of noises as a kid. Man, I should be a fucking voice actor. But he'll be doing all sorts of grunting and snorting and farting and rip roaring and whatever the fuck he be doing.
His other phrase, he was in fucking that Lighthouse movie with Robert Pattinson on the phone shit. My whole thing though is just like yeah, let's just pretend, right? Let's just be fucking horror nerds and just be like, oh, this is official, bro. This looks cool as fuck. Look at him, he's old. I like to play that game. I like to pretend, yes, this is officially what it is in this particular world that I'm trying to play in. But even if that's the case, I can't get that excited anymore. And the only reason why I can't is because I've had the Chainsaw Massacre 3D, the movie just titled Leatherface, the 2003 fucking thing, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from, was it Eli Roth? I forgot who it was.
Who was the one that did the shitty one where the girl's like, do your thing, cuz?
Oh,
I hated
God.
that shit. I hated that fucking movie.
I think that was when I was like in 2012 or something, like the 3D one, or whatever the fuck. That was so fucking stupid. But I'm thinking of the one that was like in 2003 where like there's this old fat lady in the trailer and she's like, oh, no, 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 no. Like that shit used to creep me the fuck out. Yeah, Mauricio, the one with Jessica Biel. I was going to say Alba, but yeah.
Same thing.
The scariest thing about that too was the idea that, because here's the thing, like, you know, it's a Chainsaw Massacre. It's not really like Leatherface is not like the star of it sometimes, because when I look at the 2003 one, the guy I was scared of is a guy from Full Metal Jacket. The sheriff, basically, he plays the Leatherface's dad, and just having him, imagine, like, what's more scarier than a crooked cop just like chasing you and be like, hey, motherfucker, like, you're in my fucking area. Like, rednecks are scary, dude. So I'm looking at that shit, and I'm like, you know, I don't care if this is going to be just about Leatherface and you keep fucking with the storyline and he's wearing some other mask and he's fat and he farts and whatever. I don't give a shit. It'd be stupid. But what do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like Leatherface is the scariest thing about his whole story, or do you think it's other characters?
Man, I'm in human services. I think it's more tragic than anything.
Yeah, you know what
I have some sympathy for Leatherface, like growing up in a fucked up family, but I am in no way excusing his killings.
Yeah.
Because, you know, someone, if I don't say it outright, someone might turn it against me or some shit. But we're at this point in time, I guess. So whenever it comes to this whole Leatherface remake, I'm a little iffy, especially with who's behind it. Like, one of the directors is some dude who's known for doing, like, smaller movies. Oh, but one of the guys, like, supervising it was the main guy that was behind the Evil Dead remake. I forgot his name.
Well, it can't be Eli Roth because I would think I would have known that better. But fuck. I'm trying to think, too. All I know is whoever it is, what do you feel if you were like in the production booth or whatever, and you're not actually making a movie, but you're like, hey, like this is the synopsis that we kind of need for this to continue on. What do you think needs to be done? Where do you think the focus should be for this to actually get you excited?
I don't know at this point, because there's so many rounds to bring up and possible things that you could like add in there to spice it up. But there's so many different ways that people can handle it. Like, for example, like with Michael Myers, a lot of people were interested in that backstory. Like, why does this dude kill? Mm-hmm. That's a big burning question. We got that with Rob Zombie, who, interesting concept, like just concept alone. It sounds interesting. You want to dive into his background and kind of see how he became the dude he is today. That was all fucked up.
Yeah.
And then with all the modern retakes that's been going on, it's just been shit show after shit show. I'm a little curious as to how they're going to do it. I'm hoping they kind of do like what they did with the new Michael Myers remake. But I'm not so hopeful, honestly.
I want brutality. I think that's one of those things you had to like read the room with, where it's like when I watched Freddy Krueger, the 2010 one, even though I defended it the other day, and all y'all, including Jed and Ganja and all you motherfuckers, made fun of me and Allie too.
Hello.
But my whole thing was like, you know, they read the room around. The movie was actually good, but Freddy is like trying to be serious. We don't like him because he's serious. We like him because he's fucking funny and he's fun and he's charismatic. And with Chainsaw Massacre, it's like, dude, I don't want a story where it's like, this is why he is the way he is. Like, you want me to feel sad? You want me to feel sympathy? I don't give a fuck. He has
feel sad for this fat fuck right now.
But like, this is like my therapy. Like, I don't want to go kill people. And when I'm really mad and I want to cause harm, I watch something like this and it calms me down. Parents used to say back in the day, these horror movies are bad for children. No, they're not. It's therapy. They want to go do shit and they don't because they see how bad it is because these movies teach them how fucking awful that is. At the same time, they're getting all the frustrations watching a movie. This fucking dude's walking around just beating the fuck out people and chopping them up with a damn chainsaw. It makes you a little calmer.
I just think it's funny that a lot of parents who say, oh, these movies are bad for children. Fam, have you taken a look at your sisters and your brothers, their aunties and their uncles? Your own family's fucking up worse than these movies ever will.
I'll make an argument that the Bible has a lot more violent imagery than we can ever produce in movies.
Oh yeah.
There's a scene in the Bible where God goes around and takes the unborn children from every mother's womb in a very graphic and violent detail.
Oh, I missed that part. I think I fast
forward. There's a lot of crazy shit, especially when you get to the Old
Testament. He pulled a Kali Ma?
Yeah, he did. Basically, he pulls a Kali Ma.
Fucking.
And then you also have one where, like, I think it's Lot or Job's brothers or sisters, some shit like that, where they're the last one of their tribe. So in order to continue the family line, they get their dad drunk on wine and then rape them in order to have kids.
What? That's fucked. I didn't know about that shit either.
No, these same people that talk shit about like horror movies, I would advise you to read the Old Testament.
Mm-hmm. As a
I ain't seen a horror movie with that shit in there yet.
Yeah.
Okay, my question for you, Nick, is do you want just basic mindless gore, or do you actually, because there's a certain way to go about it. You can just do the basic hack and slash, or you can do something where it's a bit more drawn out and suspenseful, and then you go in for the kills.
I mean, honestly, the latter of the two, because my whole thing is like, or not even the latter of the two, I would say the first one, because there's nothing here that's going to suspend my disbelief. This is silly. Like, this guy's not supernatural. He's just a fucking freak. So it'd be kind of cool to see like, maybe the police or some kind of medical people. Which, by the way, some of these movies, they don't really give respect. I'm not just saying this because you're in here, Roxy, but it's like they don't pay enough respect to the task that is getting into the mind of one of these crazy fucks and making them normal. And it's like I would like to see not only a happy success story about them actually doing that, but then seeing how they devolve right back into the craziness. It'd be cool if Leatherface actually gets saved. And he's like, oh my god, like we're making him normal. And then his family comes and fucks him up again because they're trying to save him from these crazy therapists. They're trying to change my baby.
You don't want to be saved.
Yeah, don't save him. You don't want to be saved. Yeah, dude. I mean, I think that'd be cool. And then let's just say that maybe Leatherface fucks his family up. And then that story is gone. No more Leatherface family. And then him killing his family, maybe that makes him go crazy again. You never know. But it's like, there's some very unpredictable things that can allude to lots of violence that maybe Leatherface is not even part of.
I'm worried about the sympathy route too, because it's a possibility that it can turn into what the new Freddy remake did. Was we build up all this like possible sympathy for him, like, oh, what maybe he didn't kill those kids, maybe he was innocent, and then they just fuck it all up towards the middle and end.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I'm looking at what Marissa said too. He's saying they tried with that with the Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Alexandra Daddario tried being nice to him. See, God, I didn't watch the whole movie because I was so mad. That movie pissed me off, and I just stopped watching. But I feel like if it's somebody that's not just some pretty girl, because I think I did see that scene, and the girl looked pretty, and I'm like, oh, what they're trying to do? Make him like, oh, I wish I had someone to hold me. It's like, fuck you.
And then fucking Leatherface.
Oh, you wanna fuck her? They do the same thing in Chainsaw Massacre 3 in the comedic route. There's this girl who's a radio show host, and she's like trying to play like rock and roll, bro, and doing that shit. And he comes in and he starts grinding his chainsaw against her cooch. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he falls in love with
her. I forgot about it. I don't want to think about it no more.
Yeah, no, that movie was fucked up, man. Like
that's gonna be the fucking of the future with how everything's going now.
I know, yeah, social distancing. I'm gonna fuck you with a chainsaw. They're 6 feet.
No, it's gonna be someone gonna make a fucking TikTok challenge like, yeah, fuck your girl with a chainsaw.
Chainsaw dildo machine.
Also, I heard that slip, Nick.
What?
You said chainsaw.
Oh, like Shane Soon. Ah, man.
It's all good.
Yeah, fucking chainsaw, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Mauricio, yeah, that was 3. It was a comedy basically. And Dennis Hopper, or was it Dennis Hopper? It was somebody in there. But he's just walking around. He's the good guy, but he's very crazy. And he's just like, hey, where the fuck is that Leatherface? I'm gonna fuck him up. He's just as crazy as Leatherface. It's crazy. But all these movies are nuts. What were you saying though?
No, you guys, like, I've never watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Leatherface always freaks me out.
I would imagine so, yeah, because that whole
Freddy was like another one, but at least there was like some sort of like I don't know, what do you call it? Like cartoonish thing about him that made it kind of easier when I got older. But I still have not been able to sit down and watch that. I think it's because it's so close to something that happened in real life that I'm like, nah, this is freaky because he's like based off of that game.
Yeah, which is the same guy that Psycho is based off too, right?
Psycho, and Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill, was it? I haven't seen that either. No, like, yeah, like he literally like took people's skin off, and where I'm like, I would say he killed like 2 people, and the rest were like he dug up in graves and took the skin off. So it's like seeing that and like seeing this, I'm like, I can't do it. It's just too gross for me. So I'm just like, you know, I don't know, like what is like the appeal to this character or like to the series as a whole to like you guys? Because I'm like really curious, because like I don't see it. I think like, I don't know, I've been really into like actual true crime, and then I'm like listening to that, I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting, but at the same time this is really gross. But I don't know if I could sit down and watch like a full-length movie.
It takes a certain amount of emotional strength, because like for me, I'm gonna be honest too, and I'm about to lose once again in my horror cred a little bit. I didn't see the first Chainsaw Massacre because here's my thing with Michael Myers and Freddy and Jason. I love wrestling a lot, and they remind me of wrestlers. It's like watching Kane Undertaker beat up innocent wrestlers, and it's like, oh yeah, it's all fake though, so I don't give a shit. But it's like, oh, the bad guy won. And Michael Myers.
Is that kid wearing a cow?
Yeah, that's actually the new Leatherface from a couple years ago, which is scary as fuck. Yeah,
that looks like a mixture between a dog and a cow.
He's a really big Doja Cat fan.
But my whole thing is like with Chainsaw Massacre, I think what it is that people are like, man, fuck that cartoony like bullshit with Michael Myers, like he's impossible to kill, whatever. Chainsaw Massacre, that's real shit, and it's way more scary. It's the reason why people think horror movies are stupid, but yet they watch like Making a Murderer and all those crazy documentaries, because that's what makes the goosebumps come up, is that this motherfucker is real and he was walking the same streets as many people I know. It's like, it's creepy. And the reason why I didn't watch the first Chainsaw Massacre, because apparently there's no blood, there's not really a whole lot of gore, but that snuff film feeling with that guy's voice, like, once upon a time, and in Texas some guy fucked everybody up, it's like, that scares me. It gets under my skin so much that I just don't want to see that. Like, I don't know what it is, but it fucks me up. But Roxy, how about you? Like, to Allie's question, like, what makes you, into Chainsaw Massacre?
Into Chainsaw Massacre or just horror in general?
More Chainsaw Massacre, because I think a lot of horror can be funny and then goofy, and then this shit's just balls to the wall.
It didn't really affect me much, honestly. I just found interest in it. I like morbidity. I grew up around, as fucked up as it sounds, I grew up around dead people a lot. I grew up around a couple of violent instances, and I guess something about it just drew it into me. I wanted to understand why it occurs, how it occurs, and I'd sit there and analyze a situation from like every single angle that I could, and then just seeing like some of the real life callbacks to like Ed Gein, which I've actually been to like the place that his house used to be at.
Oh shit.
So it's just morbid curiosity for me, and also seeing like the interesting callbacks that go into it.
Yeah.
And plus, if you a little mad and you want to see somebody like just get chop bitch, then you just get it out.
The thing is though, is like this dude, he actually was really weird. Like, because a lot of serial killers, they have like this sort of charisma to kind of like, because people like who knew the person were always like, oh, he was just like a really great, outstanding citizen. He was so nice to me and blah, blah, blah. And then you find out, oh my God, they freaking murdered like 45 people. So, but like, he's like,
yeah, that's the norm. That's the standard.
It really is. Like, of course, like Ted Bundy or like, John Wayne Gacy are two that like people always say like, well, he just seemed like he was really nice. And it's like, no. But like sometimes, like, I think it's good kind of to educate yourself on these type of people, because I mean, sometimes people are just weird, and like they're not serial killers. But then sometimes you got to think of like, you have to look at certain points of like their actions and be like, yeah, I should probably stay away from that person.
Yeah. But there's situations that just kind of, it just pixelates my whole look on humanity. Like, this situation right here is a perfect picture for what I'm about to say, but like this Jeffrey Dahmer dude. If you hear, not the stories about his violence, but the stories of how he lured people, it's like, how the fuck do you ever make a new friend in life ever again?
Oh my God, he is a monster. Like, I'm just like, how do people have like, how are people such fans of this person? Like, there's such a huge like following for like Jeffrey Dahmer or like Charles Manson. I'm just like, what the heck? Especially Dahmer. Like, if you ever read into like the actual stuff he did, I'm just like, how could you, like, what the It's so disturbing. And the weird thing is, I was actually just watching. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm like into this stuff, but I was watching a documentary literally the other day, and they were sitting down with an interview, and he was like describing stuff, but he was just so dead inside. But he was just talking normally, like just a normal person. Like you wouldn't think that's like the way he was talking, you know, is, like you just wouldn't think someone like that would like do such horrific stuff. Yeah. It's just crazy how like these people are just so like calm and collective when they're talking about not necessarily the murders, but just like having a regular conversation. You're just like, what?
There's a devil hiding in that fucking brain behind those lips.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's fucked up. And here's the thing.
If that's all you know, that becomes your norm.
Yeah, and like a big thing too, to put myself out there, because I know Jet literally does not like this, so it's like I've always kind of avoided bringing this up. But like in high school, I remember I was in detention so much, I just went to read shit, and because I'm such a horror fan, and they don't have any horror books at the fucking library in the school, I can't get like Friday the 13th kills this bitch. So I just got like the Encyclopedia of Serial Killers. Like I just rented that, and I just like read all this shit. And, like, I'm not saying that I liked it and I wasn't a fan of this shit, like how you're saying, how people like, oh, Ted Bundy's charisma is just off the charts. Like, I wasn't like that, but, like, I mean, I read this shit and I was fascinated with it. And then at a certain point in my life, it was like, I'm so sick that I actually thought this was interesting. Because, like, and even still, I have that in my mind, too. If they brought up a fucking Ed Gein documentary on Netflix, I'd probably watch it. And I'd probably be, like, really paying attention. I don't even know why the fuck I watched Don't Fuck with Cats.
I mean, to your defense, like, I think a lot of people are interested in this type of thing because it's so, like, outlandish and, like, something that obviously none of us in this call are people who are watching, hopefully, would ever do, you know, in real life. But it's, like, to know that there's a part of just existence out there of these people who are not right in the head for whatever reason, whether it's, like, their upbringing, you know, it could be an injury. You know, a lot of stuff like that can affect the way they're, you know, of how they look at things and look at life and everything. So it's like, I don't fault you in like trying to like, of being interested, because I'm interested too. And I obviously, someone like me, you wouldn't think I would, and I wouldn't like go out and like, I wouldn't hurt a fly. I can't even kill a spider. So, you know, but it's just like it's kind of like disbelief that something like that actually happened in real life, and it sounds like a movie, you know, like it sounds like fiction, but it's like someone actually can do that. And then when you figure out like how they did something, you're like, wait, how's that even possible? Like you're just kind of interested in like, what? But you know, it's just like you know the difference between, oh, it's fascinating to like educate myself versus, oh my God, I absolutely idolize this person. I think they're so misunderstood. They're like I just think they're actually just a perfect person, and I just idolize them, and I just like model my whole life after them. Like that's different. You know, you don't have that tendency of or that thought process of that. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like
one thing too is like, and that's the biggest thing that like I even make fun of myself on, is just like, I think I get interested and I pussy out. Like I know, I mean, and Grant, I know Ganja and Ross can talk about this too, but like my main thing is Jed, I don't know if it was my idea or your idea, but we were gonna watch Don't Fuck with Cats. And I mean, obviously, like the thing that's happening about the cats is literally in the fucking title and in the you know, cover and everything. But I went and watched this, and like I don't know what I was expecting, but the first time this dude puts a cat inside of a bag of a vacuum cleaner thing or whatever, I literally like Jay had to tell me when it was over, but like I looked away and I'm like crying, you know. And I know I brought up crying a lot lately, like with the Midnight Gospel and shit. So fuck, I'm not really looking too great myself right now.
It was two cats.
Yeah, it was two cats. That scene, like I don't know what the fuck I was expecting, and it's like it made me get mad at myself because I'm like, dude, you watched this knowing that cats died, but it took you seeing the cat die for it to affect you. Like the fucking whole thing is about dead cats. And by the way, it's like as soon as that shit started affecting me,
yeah, dead cats and a murder.
And a murder, yeah. And by the way, is it fucked up that like I literally cried about the cats and I didn't about the murder at the end? You know, it's like, is this being normalized a little bit because of all the shit I watch? Like, I don't know. It's fucking crazy, but like...
It might be because there's more of a build-up to, like, the death of the cats, and you actually see him in the process of basically, like, putting them inside the thing, rather, like, when the murder happens, you don't really see much except for him dancing and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like, you actually see the cats at the end, basically, with their dead bodies in the fridge. Yeah. They don't show them actually suffocating to death, but you do see, like, their frozen bodies, like, in the fridge.
Yeah, and that was mentally torturous to watch. Like I just want to literally, as soon as I watched that, I'm like, oh, death is bad. And then when he does that, I'm like, kill and destroy that motherfucker. Like, cut him open, let everything fucking fall out, and then torture him some more. Like my brain got so fucking violent that if that dude was in a room with me, I would have fucking ripped him apart physically. Like, oh, that fucking documentary. Roxy, did you feel that way with Ganja? How did you guys handle it?
Wait, what the fuck did I do?
Wait, what?
No, don't fuck with cats. How'd you guys handle that documentary?
Oh, I thought you meant
that
killing cats. What the fuck?
Oh, no.
You basically asked me, so how do you feel about Ganja, fucking up cats? Did you want to kill this motherfucker too?
But no, did you guys react the same way I did? I'm pretty sure none of you crazy fucks cried, but you know.
I was on the verge of tears when I saw the little kitties being abused. Honestly, I feel like a part of it is I'm desensitized to it since I've worked in an ER, I've worked in a nursing home, and now I'm at where I'm at now, which is in human services. You see a lot of shit on and off the job. Mm-hmm. So, because nothing really grosses me out anymore. I'm not affected. I'm still sad, of course, but I'm not really oh my God, I'm gonna faint. That's so disgusting. Ah! No, I just take it as, no, this is a part of life, and I gotta do what I can to help this person out.
Yeah, man. But no, that shit was so rough. So yeah, I don't know what it is about these kind of things, but with Chainsaw Massacre, hopefully this fucking remake, whatever, is intense as it should be, but at the same time knowing to read the room well enough to be hey, realism's not what we're going for, seriousness and whatever the fuck is not what we're going for. We're gonna have fun. I want to see some fake Kool-Aid blood pop out. I want to see a bunch of prosthetics being fucking torn apart by a chainsaw. Let's have some fun. But if it's some shit there's a scene in Halloween that was pretty rough about the bathroom scene.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, the screams and then Michael bashing that dude's head in. There was something so disgustingly real about it that was almost okay, this is just fucking gross.
It's more so I feel I don't know how it is with you, but visuals don't gross me out. It's more so audio.
Yeah.
Just hearing a man's head cave in like a pumpkin, just being smashed and torn apart. Your imagination starts to run wild and you start imagining how gory something is or how this would happen. How did this person's head cave in, as opposed to when you just see it.
Not only that, that sound, if you ever heard someone hit the pavement with their head directly,
yep.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
You cannot get that sound out your head.
Yep.
Yeah. I can hear it right now. Just thinking about it. It's
I still remember to this day that dude hit his head, and I was like, "Why is there no blood and brains out? How are you? How did the skull hold?"
That's what happened with one of my residents at one of my old jobs. She was outside, and of course, I don't know how the fuck she fell, but you just hear that fucking noise, and you can't ever unhear it for the rest of your life. Just stays with you.
It's horrifying, and there's something about that's fucked me up so much. I don't even like dropping weights down, or a 3-gallon jug of water. This is any kind of weight falling down. It's my body just cringes and fucking it's fucked up, dude. I don't know. I feel every piece of floor in the world should be just rubber. Can we do enough carpentry to fucking get that going?
Nick wants to nerf the world for real.
For real, dude. But anyways, guys, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Though we've been on for a while. I'm gonna start trying to do that more with the whole Twitch thing. I don't know if that was easier for you guys to come over here to YouTube and chill with us over here.
Thanks for the depression. You're welcome, Ryan.
Yeah, yeah. Just don't fall.
Yeah.
Ron saying something like that happened back in college. Oh fuck. Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't with you, dude. But I am gonna show your little page, the Metropolis Collective. Why don't you tell people where to find you and why they should go over there and all that good stuff?
Because we talk about politics. We break shit down for you in a cultural aspect. And, of course, we fuck around. And the people that do fuck around, of course, me and the great Birdman Magazine from the old podcast, The Chat Attack, as well as the great Ruthless Wonder. So come check us out at the Metropolis Collective on Facebook, on the Illuminati Podcast, as well as go check out Cedric's show. I forget what it is. I think it's called Sports Center, but I think that's also the one on ESPN, so I don't want to get him sued.
And he will get sued.
So check out Cedric's Sports Show, and you guys will have a good time. He talks about it and breaks it down to an enjoyable well. His girl Jenny's on there, so I think it's a good back and forth. So but that's the new upload right now, as well as check out the new Illuminati coming up soon.
Oh, yes. So with that said, guys, thank y'all for hanging out with us so long as you have, and we will see you when we will see you. Which is, what's the day? Thursday? Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday. Chat Attack.
Bye.
Bye, people. Damn.
I thought I muted myself.
I'm depressed now.
Y'all know you liked it.
Just